it at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. No score after one on EA Sports. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Taken in at the 22. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the Pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon now from his end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obvious. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. York on now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Browns 14. Packers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Room here to run, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them a gain of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Rodgers now to throw. A check down here to Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones from 3 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. He got 29 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
There he goes left side. He's at the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all of the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Rodgers. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sione Takitaki able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Rodgers going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Jones again.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Crosby for the point after. no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off of play action, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Watson.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Preston Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. To throw is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Rodgers.
Watson making the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Back to throw. Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Crosby is good, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Browns drive about to get started.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Watson. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they do.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
One last throw here for Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.